Here's our Behringer WING board, and we really like this thing. I decided to set it up so that the mains would be feeding two different speakers, the upper speakers and the subs, and we would use the matrices to do that. Let me show you what I did. I made a scene, or I made a snapshot, so I go to the library here, and here's the scene that I want to load. I keep calling it a scene. It's actually, they call it a snapshot on this wing. But I'm going to call up the one that says mains with subs. I'll hit that, go over here, it says load. And sure enough, now if we go over here to the matrices, I made two different matrix called subs, and if I hit that to take a look at it, you see there's the EQ on the subs, and that's what we would expect. Only the low end is going to go to the subs. And if we look at the other channel here, this is the top speakers, it only gets the high frequencies and the lows get knocked out. And that's all awesome until somebody comes along and says, hey, I want to load my scene. And so they're going to do karaoke tonight, so they hit that and go over here to load, and they load it. And now, this is channels 1 through 8 of the karaoke. That's the way they like to have their microphones. But if we go to here, the matrices, and click that, all that hard work I did to separate the lows and the highs is gone. Here's what you got to do to prevent this from happening. Let's go back to library and load the one that says main with subs. And now there's the matrices, and this is right. So now it's set up the way it needs to be. What we need to do to prevent this from being overwritten is hit the library button down here, and you'll notice there's a little lock up there at the top, and it's usually green. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it, and then you'll see this screen here. And nothing is selected, meaning there's nothing that's safe. We want to make these things down here safe, the mains and the matrices. So I'm going to select all those. I'm just going to swipe across them here and swipe across these. And now those are selected, meaning they're safe. And when I did that, this little thing changed from green to be a lock that's actually locked globally. So now if we go back to our library, and let's say we go to that karaoke scene and load it, now here's our faders for channels 1 through 8, but let's check the matrix and see if it's still okay. And sure enough, it looks good. We prevented it from being overwritten. Let me show you a couple other things you have to be careful about. If you're in this page that says library and you see all your different scenes there or snapshots, if you hit this button that says partial load, when you do that, there's a little thing down here that says no global. And that means you'll be ignoring the global safe settings. And you hit that, and now all this thing turned, those aren't red anymore. So if you load the scene now, it's going to take our hard work away. We don't want to do that, so do not turn that on. Another thing to check is this. If you're on the library thing here and you hit this button that says restore, what that will do is it's going to restore everything, and it's going to, see, there's red letters. See, this is something drastic you're going to do. It's going to restore everything and overwrite our global settings. Let's try it. I'm going to hit library and get out of this one more time. I made a blank scene here. Even though I have that global thing on there, I'm going to load the one that says blank scene. That's right there. And hit load. No, I'm going to illustrate hitting restore. If you hit restore, now, if we go to matrix, see, my matrices aren't there anymore about the subs and the mains, so you don't want to do that. You don't want to hit that restore button. That's going to be bad. Let's go ahead and recall the right settings one more time that we want to have. That's going to be mains with subs. And now let's take a look. There's the matrix, and that's what we want. Now, again, I'll tell you one more time, what you got to do to protect it is you hit global here. It's green because we haven't selected these. And I'm going to select all of those and select all of those. And now that lock turned red, and that's really all we got to do. So now whenever anybody loads any scene, That's going to stay red. You don't want to change it, and you can recall whatever you want. Let's recall karaoke one more time. And now, here it says matrix. We still got our good matrix going on there. All righty, hope that's helpful.